Beedle-dum-dum, 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 beedle-dum-dum. He knew just what to do. He's duck and cover, duck and cover.
He did what we all must learn to do. You
and you
and you
and you, duck and cover. He's duck and cover, duck and cover. He's duck and cover, duck and cover.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
The Crossroads tests were the first of many nuclear tests conducted in the Marshall Islands.
And the first to be publicly announced before an invited audience, including a large press corps.
They were conducted by a joint Army-Navy task force and headed by Admiral William H.P. Blandy.
Here we are with Vice Admiral Bill H.P. Blandy at the Bikini Atoll testings. So what can you tell us?
Well, here we've gathered 95 warships, and once we detonate the atomic bomb, we'll begin researching its effects on the wildlife and the ships.
So is this entirely safe, or are we talking massive tragedy?
Well, we're entirely self-aware that this can and probably will go terribly wrong, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Back to you, David.
Sputnik 2 has just been launched and the Soviets have put the first dog into space. Laika, a husky, is the first animal to be in low orbit. Let's go over to Chiquita to hear more about what the American citizens think of Sputnik 2.
So now we are here with Jimmy and Bobby. Jimmy, how do you feel about the new Sputnik 2 launchings with a dog? Do you think the Soviets could be beating us in the space race?
Nah, man. If old man Eisenhower let us do like our space thing in space, we would totally be beating them.
Do you think we could catch up to the Soviets?
Definitely. We have this rockin' new technology, and as I've heard some of my friends say, the scientists are keeping their claws sharp.
Thanks, Jimmy. All right, moving on to Bobby. Bobby, what do you think about the new Sputnik 2 launching?
Well, I think we need to be extremely careful now, Mr. Jenkins. Now we'll have to have that little dog up there, Laika. He can watch everything we do.
My name's not Mr. Jenkins, sir.
Shh, they don't need to know your name. They'll know everything. They're gonna take over the world.
Thank you, Bobby.
Hey, you with the trench coat, stop!
Are we supposed to still be filming live?
Nothing to see here, folks.
Welcome. So now we have with us Ring Lardon Jr. So Ring, what can you tell us about you being on this blacklist?
Well, me, along with 9 other guys, were all labeled as the Hollywood 10, and because someone labeled us as a communist, we couldn't find work anywhere.
Interesting. So what were you doing before you were put on this Hollywood blacklist?
Well, I went to the American Institute of the University of Moscow, and I was a screenwriter.
So, remind me again, weren't you recruited by the Communist Party in Hollywood?
Well, they did ask me to join them, but I only ever went to a few meetings out of curiosity.
Don't you meet 4 times a week?
That's not really relevant. I was a member of the Anti-Nazi League.
Okay, well, now for a break. Up next, we'll have a special guest joining us.
Step 1. Periodically check on your neighbor. Step 2. Confront your neighbor on their communist habits. Step 3. Call us, the McCarthyists. 8675-309.
Now we have with us Sam, our McCarthyist.
Hey, you can call me Uncle Sam, except I hope I'm not your uncle, because that would be weird.
Okay, so what exactly can you tell us about McCarthyism?
Well, you see, McCarthy's a great guy. He and all of us McCarthyists are the only people who can tell everyone's a communist. Like this guy right here, member of the Hollywood 10. Well, you see, as a member of the blacklist, I'm compelled to think you're a communist, so tell me, have you ever been or are you a communist?
I could answer that question exactly the way you want, but if I did, I would hate myself in the morning.
Okay, well, that's all we have for you today, folks. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Please read my place.
Well, time for our next segment, I guess. There was another U-2 plane shot down today, and a Soviet citizen caught it on camera. Here's the clip.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be.
It seems that our man Eisenhower has been committing espionage and keeping it from us and Khrushchev. He's been flying U-2 planes over Soviet Russia.
Gary Powers was taken by the Soviet Union after this crash and is now being held prisoner. Maybe sometime soon the Soviets will drop us a guy for a spy swap.
The Mariner satellite was successfully launched, but due to a steering malfunction, they had to abort mission.
Destruct command. Repeat, destruct command.
So we're here with President Kennedy.
Good morning, America.
Wrong show.
Oh. Hello, America.
Anyways, Mr. President, how was your cold?
What cold?
Perry Solinger, your press secretary, told the press you left the World Fair to tend to your upper respiratory infection.
Oh, that cold. Well, getting better, still recovering.
Glad to hear that. So, due to recent events, there have been rising suspicions surrounding the activities of the White House. What can you tell us, Mr. President?
Well, I can say we've been doing White House and executive things, but no reason to panic. No panic at all.
Okay, on to the next topic. How are our foreign relations holding up with this George Keenan's so-called containment policy and the spread of communism?
Absolutely fine. No tensions at all. No shot down the U-2 spy planes or anything like that.
Well, nice to know. How is it having your brother with you in the White House?
Well, things can get tense just by how I am, but he saved us from mad, or from us getting tense and mad.
That's great.
I have just been given recent information that there are in fact missiles in Cuba that are under Soviet control. Our government has set up a quarantine to stop Soviets from bringing more missiles in. Here's some real footage, live. Back at you. You shall not pass.
But I have missiles to deliver to Cuba.
You shall not deliver your Soviet missiles. This is a quarantine.
Niet! To Mother Russia!
So now we have Mr. Glenn T. Seaborg in here.
What are you doing in here? This is
classified.
This is classified.
So now we are in an unclassified area with Mr. Glenn T. Seaborg, chairman of the AEC. So, Glenn, what can you tell us about the limited test ban treaty you've been working on?
Well, we hope to prevent, nuclear war.
And how do you plan on doing that?
Well, signing this treaty will ban all forms of nuclear testing that's not underground. And we also hope that this will reduce radiation and any chance of nuclear fallout. That'd be pretty bad. But, actually I have a theory about a new type of radiation.
Okay, Glenn, that's all we have for today. Back to you in the newsroom.
2,000 years ago, the proudest boast of all time is Qui vus Romanus sum. Now in the world of freedom, the proudest boast of all time is Ich bin ein Berliner.
We're boasting about jelly donuts?
No, we're boasting about being a Berliner. Those donuts are called Pfannkuchen here anyways. There are many people in the world who don't understand, or say they don't, what is the great issue between the free world and the communist world.
So now I'm here with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. So Neil, I hear you're taking the lead on this so-called moon landing. What do you think?
Yes, I'm hoping to make a giant leap in mankind.
And Buzz?
It's not like he'll be remembered in history anyways.
Okay, back to you.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
All right, that's a wrap.
Hey, what's going on here?
Who are you guys?
It's none of your concern.
What are you doing? You can't be recording this.
Crawl out through the fallout, baby, when they drop that bomb. Crawl out through the fallout with the greatest of aplomb. When your white count's getting higher, hurry.
What's going on here?
Who are you guys?
My
Wait,
The
no.
FBI? Mom, do beavers have dens?
No, they have dams.
Alright. They do? In their dams?
Too short. It shattered on impact.
Like the Mariner. Wow, JFK was a chill guy.
He really was a chill guy.
Until he got shot.
Communist ad. Howdy spot a communist.